We are live. Yes, I love this so much. Hey, make sure this internet connection is doing its thing. I want to say, welcome. Y'all, what is going on? I need this internet to stop doing what it's doing. I need it to be stable and strong. Come on, remain stable and strong, internet. Come on, internet. There we go. We're getting strong. Okay. Welcome to day one of Command the Room, from fear to freedom in public speaking. Let me start with a lyric from Whitney Houston's Greatest Love of All that always gives me chills. I know many of you may be a Whitney Houston fan, such as myself, and I know that Whitney Houston did not sing this song originally, but her version is the one that I'm speaking of right now. So there's a part in the song where she goes, oh man, she's like, no matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. That line right there. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. That line speaks to the power we all have within us, the dignity, strength, and courage to face our fears and stand tall. Fear is universal, but it doesn't define us. What defines us is how we move through it. I'm Takenya, your public speaking coach. My mission is to help ambitious professionals speak like a pro with power, reach, and opportunity. Today, we're tackling fear, the biggest barrier to confident speaking. Did you know that over 70% of people fear public speaking? But fear doesn't have to hold you back. It's just energy. And when you channel it, you step into your power. Now, fear shows up in so many different ways. Fear can show up as nervous energy. Fear can show up as shaky hands. Fear can show up as racing thoughts. Fear can show up as a fast beating heart. Fear can show up in a shaky leg, a leg that just doesn't want to stop moving. Fear can show up in our bodies in so many different ways. But those racing thoughts that we have, it can make us question our value, and it ultimately ends up silencing our voices. But I'm here to tell you, I'm going to share this powerful quote from Marianne Williamson, and it kind of reframes fear. Sometimes you got to I'm not saying put a bow on it, but sometimes you have to look at it from a different point of view. And here's what Marianne Williamson had to say about fear. She said, and I quote, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us." End quote. When we embrace that light, when we stop shrinking ourselves and begin to shine instead, when we stop shrinking ourselves and start standing tall in our power, that is when we truly command the room. Fear isn't the enemy. It's a sign that you deeply care about your message. And when you let go of fear is when you can truly begin to step into your power. So can we just take a minute and actually normalize fear? Let's just make it normal. Normal. It's normal. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Fear is actually normal. Did you know that fear of public speaking activates the same part of the brain as the fear of danger? Like there's no danger coming your way in public speaking. There's no animal attack associated with public speaking. There is no proverbial piano dropping out of the ceiling and landing on your head if you do public speaking. But we're activating that same part of our brain that triggers fear from danger, fear of danger. And the part of your brain where that fear is located is called your amygdala. and it triggers your fight or flight response. I want to shout out Miss Cheryl Capehart for giving us the parts of the brain when I was in high school, one time for school teachers. But here's the good news. Fear isn't just your body's way of giving you energy. It's your body actually saying, this is important. Hey, pay attention. This is important. And instead of fighting that fear, I want to teach you how to channel it and harness it and use it as a tool to help you go from fear to freedom. Because we ain't going to be scared. We're not going to fail, baby. We're going to fly. We're going to fly. So let's just do this quick grounding exercise to calm your nerves. This is something that I actually had to use today. So if you will, I invite you to close your eyes and plant your feet if you're able. Plant your feet firmly on the ground if you're able or if you are so inclined. And I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. You're going to hold it for 4, and you're going to exhale slowly for 6. So we got 4, 4, 6. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. I'll say that again. In for 4, hold for 4, and then out for 6. Let's try it. Whew. Okay, we're going to go in for run. 1, 2, here we go. Go in, hold, out, in, hold, out, in, hold, and out. That's something that you can repeat whenever fear starts to creep in. Fear is very real. We're not dismissing it. We're learning how to dispense it and rechannel it and transform it into something useful. This is going to help reset your nervous system and help bring you back to the present so you can see what is real, what is absolute, what is happening for real in front of me, okay? And fear isn't just physical. Fear is also mental. And oftentimes it can show up as a limiting belief. It's probably a lie somebody told you a long time ago, or it's a fear of something that hasn't even happened. Our brains can create so many things, real or imagined. And fear can show up mentally when you start saying things to yourself like, what if I mess up? You haven't messed up. What if people judge me? They're going to judge you anyway. So let's reframe those fears right now. Okay. So grab a pen, grab a paper, whatever note-taking device, if you use your phone or another tablet, whatever it is that you use. I'd like for you to just write down a fear-based thought that you've had about public speaking. Because the next thing we're going to do is actually reframe that fear-based thought. So, for example, if your fear is, what if I forget what I want to say? You can reframe that as, I trust my preparation and can speak from my heart. So if your fear is, what if I forget what I want to say? You can say back, you're going to reframe it. I trust my preparation and I'm ready to do the job that I came here for. I hope that sounds good to you because it sounds good to me. It sounds real good to me. Yeah. Let me see here. Thanks, Ken, too. I appreciate you, bro. So people are going to judge you anyway. That's another fear that you can have that may need some reframing. If you're worried about people judging you, the reframe is, my audience is here to learn, not judge. My audience is here to hear what I have to say. They're not here to judge me. They're going to judge you anyway, though. So let them judge you for the authentic you. Let them judge you for the you that you know you are, the bad that you know you are, okay? Just I want you to drop your reframe thought in the chat below. If you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, you can also drop this in the chat below. Just drop your reframe thoughts in the chat so we can celebrate your new mindset wins together. Okay? Fear also often comes when we're too focused on ourselves. We may be focused on how we look, or we may be focused on how we sound, or we may be focused on how we believe that we are being perceived. Fear can show up that way as well. Like if you're worried about how you look, because, for me, I'll say, oh my God, I'm still wearing the hoodie that I had on earlier today. Let me at least put on a jacket and make it look like, make it look like I'm trying. But, today was get my hair done day. So I dressed accordingly. Okay. Yeah. Fear can show up in how you sound. For some people, it'll be related to the way you sound. I'm used to how I sound, but I know I'm also aware of the perception that comes with me having a Southern accent. I'm also aware of the perception that comes along with me being a woman. I'm also aware. That's a good question, Cantu. Cantu asks, how do we prepare talking points without needing to document a script? You prepare. That's a really good question. Okay, so one of the things that I've done is I run through those bullet points in my head. I don't have to have things verbatim, but you are the subject matter expert. I know you know that word, that phrase. You are already the subject matter expert. You know what you have to bring to the table. What I do is I rehearse what my 3 key points are. I'll have to dilute it down to something that I can say and kind of semi-memorize, not memorize completely, but I dilute the points down to something in small pieces so that at least I remember that I want to say X, I want to say Y, and I want to say Z. I keep things in groups of 3s. So I got a first, a middle, and a last. I hope that's helpful for you, Cantu. How do you prepare talking points without needing to document a script? I've got 3 main things that I want to hit. Here's the X, here's the Y, here's the Z. And I want to give it away to my audience in a way that is digestible for them. So we're going to practice being present. We're going to practice kind of shifting away from focusing on ourselves and actually focus on the audience. When you focus on what the audience needs to know, that also helps you remember the points that you need to make without a script. But presence is about being present in the moment with the people that you're speaking to. I'm present with you right now, Cantu, because when you focus on connection, that fear fades. So let's practice letting that fear fade away. You can close your eyes and think of someone who inspires you or someone who would benefit from hearing what you have to say. Imagine that person, Cantu, and speak directly to them. Speak directly to that person. You know what they need to hear, so give it to them. You can also picture their face and imagine what that conversation would look like. Because right now, I'm pretty much having a one-way conversation. I can't see you, but I know you're there. And I'm giving you the things that I know you need to hear. If you were standing right here in my face, if we were in the field somewhere, just remember your audience is here for your message. They're not here for your perfection, because nobody's ever gonna nail that one. Nobody's ever going to nail perfection. They just need to hear your voice. Give them what you got for a poke chop, okay? Now, building this kind of confidence and presence, it actually takes practice. I can definitely talk about presence and practice, because as a musician, like I'm literally sitting at my piano right now. All I have to do is turn to the side and I'm right here at my keyboard. This is where practice and presence comes together. You have to be able to use your tools. And that's where the Speak Like a Pro bundle comes in. And here's what's inside. You get a 10-minute warm-up video to calm your nerves before you go and present, so you can own the room. You also get my 3-day series, Speak Like a Pro, which helps you master power, reach, and opportunity. Come on, Cantu. He said that was a word. Here for a message and not perfection. That's what I'm talking about. Let the church say amen. You can also get a replay of this video, okay, in my Speak Like a Pro bundle. Now, going back to Whitney Houston's lyrics, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. There's this crescendo in the song when she's like, if I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. And then we also have that quote from Marianne Williamson where she says, we are powerful beyond measure. Fear does not have to define you. You're very welcome, Cantu. Fear does not have to define you. What defines you is your courage to show up. What defines you is your courage to show up, speak your truth, and share your voice. And I'm going to leave you here with this affirmation. You can take this with you, put it in your pocket, and keep it. But I want you to remember this. Anytime you're feeling some kind of way about what you have to say, remind yourself of this. Just say, I am calm, I am powerful, I am prepared. I am calm, I am powerful, I am prepared. Try saying that with me. I am calm, I am powerful, I am prepared. And let's amplify your voice together. Your next audience is waiting. Y'all got to come on and get with it. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 2 of my Command the Room series. This is day, what is this? How many of these? 5 times? This is 15. I've done 15 videos of me committed to showing up, 15 videos of me being present, 15 videos of me not being perfect, but being present. People have to hear what I got to say. And I know they do. I know what I have to say is of meaning and of importance to somebody. I'm Takenya Freeney. I will see y'all tomorrow for day 2.